We urgently send a message to light, but the echoes of silence greet us. Seeking refuge in the shadows, we slip into a nondescript alley to regroup and formulate our next moves. In the midst of our hushed deliberations, light surprisingly appears, and a swift discussion ensues. Light pledges support in our feud against the Eulogists, aligning our paths for the impending conflict. Returning to our shop, we patiently await Light's arrival, who joins us after 4 days, bearing amulets brimming with protective enchantments for our upcoming foray into the mysterious Ghost Bloc. With renewed purpose, we concoct a plan to befriend a vampire, a crucial element in infiltrating the elusive realm. Daphne, with her clandestine connections, leads us to Club Twilight, where we rendezvous with Martel, a vampire ally eager to join our cause. Embarking on our journey to the Ghost Block, we reach the gate in Gloom Hollow, and through a blend of persuasion from both me and Daphne, the gatekeeper reluctantly grants us entry. With Martel and our allies in tow, we establish our covert base within the ghostly realm, preparing for the intricate mission that awaits us at the enigmatic Church of the Eulogists. The stage is set, and we brace ourselves for the challenges of infiltrating the mysterious domain.
Alrighty. So the party's getting set up, and you guys are getting ready to feed ear to the wolves. What are you guys doing?
Uh, there was, if I remember correctly, where we last left off, was I being approached by a eulogist?
No, you guys just talked your way past the gate. And there
Okay,
was a eulogist playing a flute down the road. But
okay.
once the music started, the flute music stopped.
No, 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 no. You got no. Daphne got approached by very familiar to this party anyway. High elf.
Right, yes, I remember that now. Yeah, no, Daphne's just, running around just hyping people up, um, uh, administering doses of, ergot-infused, uh, Kikion
Getting
as
everyone,
she as Yep,
everyone tripping.
yep.
All right. Any last buffs or well wishes to Yer before you send them off to go
Um,
poking
just to
around the
review what
temple?
I just to review what I did, I cast, um, Eagle Splendor on him, so he has advantage on
Ooh.
charisma checks. That lasts an hour, and that is currently using up my concentration.
Well,
I also cast a
hopefully you don't have too much of that ergot ale.
yeah. Uh, Currently, I also cast Aid on myself, William, and Year, which does not use my concentration. And I believe those are the only two spells that I used.
And I'm hanging around not with Year, but I'm fairly close-ish, close enough that if I'm within sight of the church, such that if he sends out a message um, calling for help, I can get there pretty quickly.
Okay.
Right. Were you the one having
Rocky
the other
Talkie.
communication device?
I have the other Rocky Talkie, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Arcturus is hanging back, like kind of being like the man in the chair for Yer. Daphne, Aberforth, and William are at the party, partying. And we're gonna start with Yer. You pass by a large fountain flowing with black mist as you approach the impressive Eulogist's chapel. A light fog dances around your feet as you walk through the sparse garden leading up to the main entrance. When you near the chapel, a group of nearly a dozen eulogists hurry past you. A sense of grim urgency radiates from them. In a small alcove by the door stands an older man. In front of him, on a small lectern, is a well worn ledger. I say, young man, I do believe I haven't seen your face before. Could I get your name for the ledger? And his face is eerily familiar, and then you remember. This is the old man from the nightmare, and his haunting words echo still in your mind. meddle not in wind speakers' affairs. Uh,
I'll just write a name down in the book and move on.
what name?
Slab bulkhead? I don't know. It's just a name.
Slab Bulkhead. Uh,
Baron von Swoopenbite.
Yeah.
Hey now, there's a there's a slab bulkhead who's been causing trouble all around the city.
uh, uh, the old man kind of squints at the name you've scribbled in there, and he goes, hold on a second, Slab. Hold on a second, dear, my boy. Let me get a good look at you. And he kind of like looks you up and down, and he goes, right, I rarely forget a face. You should be good. However, go ahead and give me a deception check. Let's see how good your disguise is.
Hang on a second.
I assume the pause is Noah praying.
Ooh. Goes. You wear those robes well, boy. I hope you hope you have a great day.
I'll move on like I know what I'm doing.
All right.
Maybe it was just the husky voice, but never mind.
he was coming onto your a little bit.
I mean,
No, he's just always happy to see like a new young member of the
oh, I
church.
bet he is.
He wants to see the religion do well. It's important that you get young people involved.
Okay, I'll pipe down.
Um, okay, so for you guys,
Mm.
the party is in full swing. The wine is flowing, the band is grooving, and the 3 dozen vampires and their spawn seem to be enjoying themselves. Over the din, however, you do hear angry shouting. Not everyone is having a good time, it seems. Pushing through the crowd, you find Martel in a heated argument with a woman in eulogist robes. Lady, I hear ya, but the place is dead. We're just here to liven it up a little. He's down here to the south, just kind of arguing with a eulogist.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe I should handle this. Um, Daphne is going to do her best to break away and try to sidle up to where this uh, altercation is happening.
Martell is not handling this well. He is very quickly losing his patience.
What is before I interject myself? What is the eulogist saying?
The eulogist, you get there. The eulogist is like kind of half waiting her turn. But when you do wait for her like rebuttal or whatever, she says something along the lines of, "You you cannot be here. You're disturbing the peace. This is supposed to be a place where the spirits can find closure and calm, and this is none of that. Can't bring the city into the Ghost Block."
Uh, hmm. Okay. What's my play here? Well, I'm just gonna wing it. Uh, hey, hi, hello. What's up? Are you having fun? Do you want something to drink?
Madam, can you please explain to your friend this is not a place for imbibement. This is hardly a place for the
It's
living.
well, I think
Well,
that places are
suppose the unliving as well.
well, I think that places are defined by the spirit of what lives there. And we just thought that, if a spirit of joviality happens to find its way here, then c'est la vie, or c'est la mort, I suppose.
Madam, joviality has no place in the Ghost Block. This is a home for calm and repose.
is there not a bliss in accepting the inevitable?
Yes, but it's a gentle
Well,
feeling
why
of
couldn't
peacefulness. It's not
well why
whatever
couldn't it
this
be in
debauchery is.
well, people process their feelings of letting go differently. For some people it might be a slow, calm release, but for some people it might be a exuberant exhortation, something more cathartic.
Be right back.
Now, think of it this way. How long does it normally take people to move on once they're here?
Few days. Some are more stubborn than others.
What if all those stubborn people are looking for is to just get it all out of their system at once?
No, that's absurd. It's borderline blasphemy. You
You ever tried it?
give me a persuasion check.
It's borderline blasphemy. Have you tried blasphemy? Hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. Ooh, hot dice, hot dice, hot dice. Oh baby.
She seems to consider it for a moment, and she goes, "No, no, I mustn't. I mustn't. They would never forgive me at the chapel. You
Or or
keep it down.
you
Just keep it down."
or and I'm just saying, someone if someone were found to have allowed a radical experiment that led to great results, maybe they might get promoted.
I don't even have that authority. Keep it down. The next eulogist that comes to stop you might not be so kind. And she kind of turns in a huff and stomps down the road.
Okay.
Good job,
All right. Well, at
Daphne.
least we got it. At least we got her off her backs. I consider that a win.
Martel like turns to you and goes, "Look at you, Porcy, the beacon of diplomacy," and he just kind of like roughly pats you on the shoulder.
I only know what half of the words I said even mean.
Uh, he wants to run back off into the party now.
Yeah.
He drags you with you. He drags you with him if you can.
Um. I'll. Yeah. I'll follow him, but I also want to, while if I can, try to scan around to see if there's any more eulogists coming.
Not that you see at the moment.
Okay. In that case, yeah, Daphne is still just trying to keep the move up, trying to keep the mood up. Um, it's kind of a we're in kind of a conflict here because on one hand, the whole point is to attract attention away from the chapel, but the more attention we attract, the more they're going to try to shut us down.
Therein lies the rub.
So my my approach is basically just run the party as loud and hot as I can and hope that year run works fast.
This is definitely already the liveliest place for miles. So,
Yep. Uh,
is anyone else doing something at the party? What's William or Aberforth doing?
I'm trying to, I don't know, like schmooze with the ghosts that are showing up, trying to help integrate them into the party smoothly, rather than, like, if I see any ghosts that are starting to have trouble with it, I'm actively trying to talk to them to kind of quiet their concerns so the eulogists don't have a legitimate reason to be pissed at us, aside from us just being noisy.
So for the most part, the ghosts that you encounter all kind of have like the same prissy Victorian era attitude, but they're all like, "Oh, I do say this is quite a debacle you've assembled here."
Well, we just figured we'd try to give this place something new, give people at least a taste of an option. If this doesn't work out, that's absolutely fine. But we felt like we couldn't let this opportunity lie. I mean, look at these people from the other quarters who are also past their mortal coil but not quite moving on. Why not give this opportunity a chance for each side to see how the other works? It's
An-
more of an outreach program than anything else.
Another option, my good sir. Other than what?
Well, the people we brought with us have decided to stay in the city. They're staying on in their own particular unlife. Why wouldn't they get a chance to see what happens here in the Ghost Block? And for that matter, while you are here in the Ghost Block, why wouldn't we let you see how the other side lives, or unlives in this case?
I'm really loving Aberforth being like, let's try not to piss off the eulogists. Now watch as I talk heresy in front of the eulogists.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm specifically talking to the ghosts, not the eulogists.
yeah, I do like that Aberforth's Aberforth's taking the exact opposite approach of, hey, let's try and let's try and talk the spirits of the dead into, you know, clinging on to mortality.
My good sir,
Listen, Eric wants to steal our ghosts. Aberforth is stealing his.
We're poaching him.
my good sir, whatever do you mean? Stay in the city. I have no intentions of leaving.
Yes, but you're all staying within this one quarter. We're showing that you can travel, you can be in other places. Why not go and see everything Unlife has to offer?
Unlife. Good sir, I've lived in this quaint town always. I'm not sure I understand your funny words, Rabbit Man.
I I feel like we may be talking past each other a moment here. Are you saying you have never been anywhere but this singular portion of the city?
Yes. Well, I mean, I've been all up and down the city, but I've never been past the city walls, if that's what you ask.
And you've decided to just stay here in what is colloquially known as the Ghost Block, rather than adventuring into any of the other areas, any of the other districts?
But
Seeing what people do, this city is a massive multi-planar melting pot. Why wouldn't you want to see what happens here? The
um,
incredible strides that are being made in technology and in magic.
the ghost seems visibly confused. He has no idea what you're talking about as far as other parts of the city. Oh. He's just
Oh
like,
boy.
he's like, whatever do you mean, other parts of the city? There's nothing past the walls.
W- my good man, where do you think we came from?
I imagine you are from here like everyone else.
Have you seen any of us before?
No, but there's new faces every day.
Where would the new faces come from?
Oh, sweet little rabbit man. When a man and a woman love each other, uh, you see there is a pairing of sorts.
Ah, okay. And these pairings routinely produce fully grown people with absolutely no aging required.
No, there's aging involved. Are you confused?
Well, I'm just saying that if we had definitely come from here, from, say, pairings of the people you know about, as you have put forth, would you not have seen us when we were younger? I
N-
mean, I'm a big
no,
rabbit man. I feel like it would be hard to miss me walking along the street.
sir. The city is quite large. There's no way I have seen everybody.
Well, then that leads to why we have this party here, like we were talking about. We're trying to show you other parts of the city.
I mean, I've walked the streets of the city. Just there's too many people for one man to know. And you have definitely seen like children ghosts.
Oh,
Kids
okay.
kids do die in Bastion.
Ah, how dare they?
It's sad,
Wait,
but it happens.
um. Well, I'm kind of running out of stuff to say to this ghost.
Yeah, the ghost
Uh,
is getting quite confused with you. However, you have noticed as you're talking to the guy, he has started kind of like tapping his feet to the jazz music that's playing.
well, I'm sorry, sir. I'll probably come back to try talking with you more after I've gathered my own thoughts, so I'm not quite so ditzy while I'm trying to explain myself. But please feel free to stay by and at least uh, bask in the ambiance. See if this is something that could catch your fancy, and I guess I'll try moving on to talk to other people.
Yeah, your experience is pretty similar to the rest of them. Um, you do hear as you hop away from this guy. What a funny, fuzzy little fellow.
I say.
I do say. Year. Uh,
Oh boy.
you have more or less free access to the first floor of the Eulogist Chapel. You do notice that it is rather sparsely populated at the moment. You don't really see anybody in here except for like a bare bones skeleton crew, and like the occasional ghost just kind of like drifting through.
Well, I'll poke around a bit, see what I can find.
Okay. So the first place you see is just this large, ornate, like entry room. There's like a huge, stained glass window depicting Enmity Ghost Flame standing before the great Crimson Gate, and he's there in all of his fiery wrath. He's got his horns look like they're made out of partially cooled magma, and he's wearing long, flowing robes similar to what the eulogists wear. And the gate behind him is just like this huge, jagged. It almost kind of looks like an Oblivion gate. Just wrought iron structure.
Neat.
In front of him, in front of the stained glass window is like your typical, like raised altar, kind of forgiving sermons, but you don't really see any pews. And where the sermoners lectern would normally be. Instead, there's like a large lit brazier. Uh, the fire in the brazier is like a very vibrant red. It's not like the typical pale orange, yellowy color. This is like a bright neon sign almost of red.
Is this the ghost flame?
I found it. The ghost flame.
I shall extinguish it and solve all our problems.
There are a few side rooms that you can poke through if you'd like.
Of course.
You haven't quite found the stairs up yet, or the stairs down, or whatever. They're not readily visible from the main chapel area.
So what else is here? You said there's a couple other rooms.
Yeah, you didn't tell me you were checking out a side room.
I literally said, well, yeah, obviously I'm going to poke around.
If you did, you didn't use press to talk.
I,
No, he did say that.
I
yeah,
didn't.
thank
He
you.
did.
I'm.
Selective hearing from a DM is a horrible thing.
My brain is
It-
broken at the moment. I apologize. So, yeah, the first side room you poke around in, it appears to be kind of like a library of sorts. They got like a bunch of scroll racks in the walls on the walls, um, and there's a few tables kind of set out to like sit and read at. Um, the chairs don't look particularly comfortable though.
I'll skim through a little bit. Does anything catch my eye?
You unfurl a couple of the scrolls really quick. They all appear to be like written records of people that they have um like processed through the chapel. So like it looks a lot like copies of the letters that would have been sent out to people uh who were close to people who were close to those who had been processed when they do like their at the top of each page it goes like final admission and then like a person's name and then it's just like a list of words not like a list of words but like but just like the text of their discussion with spirit.
I mean, technically, aren't all letters just a list of words?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, all right. I'm gonna move on from this room and on to the next. Doesn't look like there's gonna be anything that'll help me in here.
Yep. You get in the next room. This room is actually kind of big, not as big as like the main entry area, but it's definitely like twice the size of the library. In the center is a large, ornate circle has been carved into the stonework, and it's been inlaid with like gold. And uh, around this circle is like just a series of uh, black stained wooden chairs with high backs. Um, you can go ahead and give me like an Arcana check if you want to know what the circle does. I'll give it to you for 15. The circle appears to be some manner of permanent spell scroll almost, that allows you to just cast Speak with Dead. Um, pretty much for free as a ritual. It's like a ritual circle that allows you to cast Speak with Dead.
Nice. I'm gonna find a small part of this. And I'm gonna put the smallest like scratch into the circle so it won't work.
Um, so it is like gold inlaid in the stone. So
Yeah, it's
like
gold. That's soft.
yeah, it's soft, but it's like you've handled gold. You know it's not like that soft. It's soft as far as metals go, but it's not like it's tin. Also, you'd have to do pretty significant damage to like it would be noticeable the amount of damage you'd have to do to like really hamper the circle, and it would take you a while. It's not going to be as easy as like pulling out a dagger and just like scratching the gold and then going, it's ruined.
I got an alchemist kit.
You do have an alchemist kit. Fortunately, one of the reasons gold is pretty great is because it's notoriously inert.
Yeah.
Little did you know, he packed his Aqua Regia.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn the gold to lead.
Yeah.
You fool! I have the alchemist stone or the philosopher's stone. Uh,
I mean, uh, can you honestly tell me that a reverse Philosopher's Stone isn't something we would stock?
uh,
Unfortunately, I just sold it for another jar of ticks.
so like you can destroy this circle, but it will take you like a significant amount of time.
Not worth it.
Okay.
Maybe on my way out if I find something quick.
It would also be pretty obvious. Like you couldn't do it quietly either. Like you'd have to like smash the stone around it or something.
I mean, I got my ways. Don't you worry about it.
Hmm. On the other side of the large chapel area, it appears that there is a set of stairs going down, and there is what appears to be kind of like like a rest area. Got a couple of cots. Um, and some medical supplies. It looks like this is where they like tend to like sick eulogists. Um, and just like a quick place for like a member of the clergy to like take a quick nap if they're pulling an all-nighter or something.
Cool. I'll try to sneak my way down the stairs.
Okay. Uh, you get downstairs, no real hassle. It appears that the most of the downstairs is devoted to, um, well, part of it is kind of like a sepulcher, where they have a few of the dead interned. Um, the the church hasn't been around particularly long, so it is still mostly empty. But there are like a few eulogists who have died, and their bodies are interred down here. Um, but it also seems to be like where they keep like the kitchen and stuff. So like they also have they keep them rather separate, but they have the kitchen, and then like farther down is where they like stow their dead.
I'm getting Soylent Green vibes.
They're definitely not eating their dead.
Court starch.
I mean, it's just a kitchen and like
Like a
and
like a like a sepulcher.
yeah.
It's a tomb.
I know what you're talking about. So
Yeah.
it's the where they where their dead are, and then where they make food,
Yeah.
5 feet away.
Not like 5 feet away. There's like a decent hallway between the two of them.
I'm sorry. Can you see one from the other?
No.
I don't believe you, but I will leave this accursed floor.
Okie doke. Uh, so back at the party. The party continues on, and several of the Ghost Bloc's natives have now joined, flooding the dance floor in a spectral waltz. In a lull between the songs, you guys spot a group of nearly a dozen eulogists approaching. They seem determined to shut down your little shindig with force if necessary.
Mm, this might be a little more than my diplomacy can handle. I'm going to try to head them off before they get to the party. Just try to cut. Just so if I can possibly like confront them in their path before everyone else sees, just so they don't immediately bring down the vibe.
I'll let you stop
Oh, hey,
them there.
yeah. Oh, hey, hi, welcome, welcome. You, yeah. So it's just right over there. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's invited. We're ticking down pretty close now. So now would be the time if you want to get a dance in, you want to get some drinks. Definitely. And anything I can do for any of you, just ask,
Uh,
because I live to serve.
the eulogist in the front of the pack, whatever, uh, points at you and goes, "You are mistaken, madam. It is you who is not invited. You lot are not welcome here."
I, oh, I'm sorry. There must have been some kind of clerical error. Ironically, I believe, and I'm just going to shuffle around like, of course I would lose it. No, we worked this all out ahead of time. It's the you know like uh, were were you were you all not informed about the event?
There is no event. None of this is sanctioned. You are
Mm,
disturbing the
well,
peace, and you have but two options. Either you leave peacefully, or you become a resident. And as he says that, like his hands start to glow with like a black fire.
Now, I think that's very, um, you know, I would hope that, you know, priestess to priests, that we could resolve this in the spirit of mutual cultural exchange between our respective faiths. Um, I really, truly did not mean to cause any undue harm or offense. Um, I admit I may have been a little mistaken in. I, please, why don't we just why don't we just take it a step down, take it a notch down, just calm down and let's talk this out like reasonable people, because
What,
that always works.
what are the other reasonable people doing while Daphne's trying to talk down this
I
cadre of
she yeah
priests?
she I'm basically just stalling. Like I know they're gonna try to fight us. I'm just hoping I can buy enough time.
Well,
So I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it'll work.
Burn something down. Got it.
No. I mean, yes, Will is talking to Fenro right now, but it's not going to involve burning anything down.
Well, you see, my lad, I've
I
always found starting a fire to be quite effective.
And then he yelled, Borgos is strongest there is! And he ripped Vinny's head off of his shoulders.
if you're gonna try something, I suggest you try it.
Okay, so, while Daphne is talking to the eulogists,
It does not seem to be going well.
a red-gloved hand sets on her shoulder. And Fenro turns her and goes, I want to thank you, madam. This has been a lovely party. It's good to have one last taste of life before we all move on. I wanted to thank you for throwing this on here and reminding us what we'll be leaving behind. I think I'm ready to move on now.
Oh, thank you so much, Fenro, and you're so welcome. It has been I am so glad to have gotten to know you, and I'm so glad that you feel that you're ready. I- it's really an honor to have helped you. Um, and Daphne's just really just like looking back at the eulogist, like, see.
Uh, the lead eulogist seems very, very pissed. Um, he says, "You have committed atrocities here this day, madam."
Well, shit.
He goes, "The dead are not to know their purpose in this place.
I'm sorry. Purpose.
Not not everyone is capable of comprehending
Sorry, I was under the
the
impression that the
concept of
purpose.
moving on."
Sorry, I was under the impression that the purpose of this place was to help the spirits let go of their past. Let go of their past.
Do you, do you have any idea how difficult that is if one is aware that they are attempting to pass on? The stress and anxiety caused by such a thing? You could
Well,
have
maybe they're.
you
Well,
could have
maybe.
damned 24 souls this day.
Well, maybe
Flame
your
knows how many more.
damned is a very strong word. And to be frank, uh, you know, uh, true. I perhaps by your methods, but uh, uh, listen. You want to talk about an echo chamber? I come from a culture where the only form of organized religion we have to literally be the living embodiment of our own divine creators. I had to marry a guy to be a priestess. I Weird. So, listen, I get it, but a diversity of inputs can often lead to greater efficiency.
Your blasphemy this day could have repercussions far reaching beyond just your own pathetic life. This party ends now.
Okay, pathetic was really uncalled for. And furthermore, uh, eh, I'm flailing at this point.
Oh god, I'm in actual trouble.
Yeah. Um, mm,
Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Let's go start a party in the worst place to start a party and hope nothing horrible happens. Year. A young scribe stops you as you're wandering around the chapel. Uh, Sir, I can't find anyone else, and I need you to perform an intake. The spell's already been cast, and there's only so much time left to take their final admission.
I'm gonna kinda. I'm sorry, I'm deaf.
But sir, there is no one else.
I cannot hear you. I'm deaf.
that's okay.
Give me a deception check.
Thank you, Daphne. You're an accomplice in this lie. I hope you feel good about it. Natural
Wow,
20?
look at that nat 20.
Uh, the scribe looks at you and he goes, that won't be an issue, sir. I can translate for you, I guess."
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
He writes it down for you. He goes, "Sir, please,
Man,
I need you to do an intake."
What are the odds he can buy that I don't read?
You probably wouldn't be a priest if that were the case.
Shit. I
you
guess
got
I'm
Eagle
going with him.
Splendor, man. Just fake
Guess
your way
I'm
through
go.
it.
Guess I'm going with him.
Yeah, just fake it till you make it.
He goes, "Oh, thank you," and he pulls you into a room similar to the one that you poked around in, but not exactly that one. Like further into the chapel. Inside is that circle of chairs and this the magic circle in the floor, and standing in the center of the circle is the spirit of um like an old man, and he seems completely zonked out of his gourd. He's standing, well, he's more like floating, like at about a foot off the floor, and his whole body is kind of limp and like dangling backwards, and from his eyes and mouth an eerie green glow is kind of emanating.
This dude becomes a zombie. I'm gonna kill this kid.
He's a ghost, so
It's nope. I don't fuck with green energy.
uh,
If Disney's taught me anything, it's that green energy is bad.
yeah, necromancy is often green. Usually it's green and black. Um, the kid kind of leads you by the hand and like kind of sits you in one of the big black chairs and hands you like a one of those scrolls that you peeked through earlier, but this one is completely blank. And he prepares a quill and ink for you.
Okay.
And now he's just kind of like staring at you expectantly.
Well, I got a good look at the circle earlier. What are the chances I can activate it?
It appears to have already been activated. He told you the spell has been
Oh,
cast.
well, holy shit. Uh, I'll try to ask his name.
It's my name. It's Matthias Bartholomew Jill.
Sounds familiar. Anyway, I'm gonna look at the kid expectingly.
Uh, oh yeah, he scribbles it down for you and uh There's his name on a notepad that he had.
I'll write that down.
Okay. You got 4 more questions.
Uh, what other kind of information was in the scrolls?
It appears to just be like an overview of like their life story and um like a list of people that were important to him and like any like last words that he had for them.
Uh, I'll ask those questions for him.
Which what question do you ask?
Who was most important to him?
My daughter, Morgan.
Look over at the kid.
He goes, daughter Morgan.
I'll write that down. Uh, most notable events in his life?
He goes, I once won a prize for the largest turnip in Refugio.
Look at the kid.
He kind of scribbles down big turnip and a question mark.
I look at the kid confused.
He looks also confused.
I write down big turnip.
Okay.
Where are they
Uh,
growing? Where are they growing turnips in Refugio?
Refugio's got
That
gardens.
I'll say that's why he won the largest turnip. They didn't know where he got it.
I got 2 questions left. I'll ask biggest regrets.
Biggest regrets. I didn't marry Liana.
Look at the kid.
He goes, missed connection, Liana.
I'll write that down. And any last words for his loved ones?
I loved my daughter. Tell her not to let love slip through her fingers.
Look at the kid.
He writes that pretty much down verbatim.
I'll write that down verbatim.
Uh, After the spell fades, the old man kind of like regains a portion of his youth. He looks like maybe, he went from like being 70 to like being like maybe
Oh,
mid 40s.
oh, he got Anakin. Got it.
And uh and this kind of like happens like kind of quickly as he descends, and when his feet finally get back on the floor, his manner of dress has changed slightly. It's more Victorian, and he goes, oh, I do say, sir, it's a lovely day we're having, isn't it?
I look at the kid.
It just kind of looks at you and looks back at the ghost. He goes, yes, sir, it is a lovely day. You're needed at the square. I hear there is a vegetable judging contest. And the old man just, and well, now just man, uh, the man goes, oh, that sounds quite lovely. And he just kind of saunters out of the room.
I cannot wait for him to show up in the square and just start pulling out some of the snacks that we've had. And go, yes, this is a very large turnip. I should be very proud of this.
Not as large as mine, but yes.
He doesn't remember the turnip anymore.
Ah.
It's why these intakes are so important.
Look at the kid. Give him a thumbs up.
The kid kind of gives you a little sheepish thumbs up too. He's like,
Then I'll be on my way.
okay, great, good job. You eulogized today.
Fantastic. It is exactly the same as storytelling.
Ask the kid where the guy's office is.
I'll turn around and I'll write down what was his name? Windcaller?
I think it's Wind Speaker.
Windspeaker?
Eric Windspeaker.
I'm gonna write down Eric Windspeaker, question mark, and I'll show it to the kid.
Kid writes something down and he goes, he's out.
Office?
He goes,
Or the correct term would probably be study.
yeah. He goes, upstairs, but again, he's out.
Well, give him another thumbs up, and I'll be on my way.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you for the help.
I ignore that completely because I gotta sell this lie I can't hear.
Okay. Folks at the party, roll initiative.
All right.
Am I close enough to the party to be considered an initiative here?
Yeah, you weren't too far, and we can easily say that you saw the group as they left, and it's pretty easy to, especially for you, it's pretty easy to spot a war band.
Ah,
You know a war band when you see
Hey,
one. So
hey, hey, Zach.
yes, sir.
Can I ask a really stupid favor?
What do you want?
Can I roll Fenro's initiative?
I think Fenrir has other things that he's doing.
Okay.
I appreciate the play.
Do, 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 do.
You're about to get the cane, and it just passes right through them.
Yeah, they're ghosts.
Who would
He's a
who would
ghost.
have thought ghosts are bad versus eulogists?
I just wanted one more chance to Ip Man a motherfucker.
He doesn't remember how to Ip Man a motherfucker. He is unburdened. William, you get to go first.
Aside from that red glove.
Yeah, he's got the red glove, but he doesn't know why it's red. He just knows it brings him comfort. William, you get to go first. What are you doing? The eulogists have grown tired of Daphne's distractions, and they are getting ready to attack her.
So, how bad of an idea would it be to cast Spirit Guardians in the Ghost Bloc?
Who knows? Try it. You are in a crowd of vampires, though.
I mean, it is
I mean-
hallowed ground, right?
I mean, it does stay enemies. Are these vampires enemies?
Does yeah, I guess it does care about enemies.
Be a pretty shit spell that hit everybody.
No, it doesn't say enemies, but it does say I can designate any number of creatures I can see to be unaffected by it.
Ah, so as long as nobody was behind a corner or like just lost in the crowd, you're good to go.
Yeah. Oh no, this is gonna be for later when that warband actually hits the party square. But I'm just like,
Well,
how's this gonna work when I start summoning ghosts in the Ghost Bloc?
Well, it
Well,
looks
fun
like they're gonna
part-
have to get through Daphne first.
Well, that is it very clear that they're about to storm this party?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the band has just kicked on another song.
The ballroom blitz.
Oh, beautiful. So Will pulls
Wait.
out his Yes.
Oh man. No, that would never work. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So Will pulls out his holy symbol and mutters a few quick words. And can I get a spiritual weapon?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
And it's going to appear like that lowest eulogist right there, diagonal lower from them.
Okay.
Well, the fun part about everyone having the same orientation on the map is you can use the cardinal directions. So you could say southeast.
Where the heck did my spiritual weapon go?
Joe's ancestor actually has it right now.
I go to summon it and I get a spectral IOU 1 spear.
There it is. No, I had a dumb filter. Right, put that where you want it.
Right there.
Awesome. Hey, that hits.
How's the 24 look?
It looks like it hits. Ooh, and he did not like that.
Yeah, well, they ain't crashing this party.
You know what? I'm gonna crash it even harder now.
All right, and that's it for Will.
Joe starts us off. All of the eulogists spend their turns summoning spiritual weapons. Oh god.
Daphne, it's your go.
Okay, so there's one obvious play here, which is to drop a big ass hypnotic pattern right in the middle of the ones that aren't currently being attacked. Which is what I'm gonna do. Um,
I was about to say, and Plan B is.
yeah, Daphne's going to Da she's going to whip the big, I imagine it's like for for her, it's gotta be like a big, like, Greco-Roman bronze amphora that's full of the spiked Kikion,
Mhm.
and she just whips that thing around, pulls open a valve, and shotguns as much as she can, and then, starts madly, dancing to the music that just struck up, um, tapping out a beat with her hooves along to the rhythm, and from the middle of uh, basically the one that's in range of William's spiritual weapon.
You can draw a square. Year, you suddenly feel much less charismatic.
Yep,
Okay,
these guys.
Is it
It's
bad
a
that
20-foot. It's a 20-foot cube. So
when she was describing that, I was like, "Oh, this is a scene from Footloose." That makes it hoof loose.
hopefully,
The spiritual weapon appears next to Yer and stabs him in the side.
Worth it. Ah.
Also, I thought for sure Daphne's hypnotic pattern was gonna she was gonna start blowing out some sick ass smoke rings, or she just she dumps a bunch of wine into a horn or something and just and it just sprays out. It goes out into a mist.
okay. Well, this is a wisdom save, so
Clerics, usually known for their low wisdom score.
unfortunately I'm built for charms, so
uh,
Every single one of them saved.
no, one or
did
two
they?
of them saved. Fail, fail, success, fail, success, fail, fail. 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 3 of them saved.
Alright, that's fine. I just want to make it so they have to choose between waking up their comrades and chasing us. Uh, and with that done, Daphne is going.
You want to tag them with hypnotic pattern so we know which ones?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
Uh, I am going to.
It was literally the
Ah,
3 closest.
I was about to say, you managed to get all the ones in the back, and not the 3 that can charge us.
That's fine. Which way is the exit?
Like the gate.
Yeah.
Well, you guys intentionally picked somewhere pretty much in the middle of the ghost block, so it's
So all directions.
all directions are a way out.
Okay, so
Year
opposite the direction we're being attacked from.
Year in the chapel, however, are to the southwest of you. So if you want to pick up Year on the way out, that's the direction you're gonna have to go.
Well, I mean, Year has successfully infiltrated. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, we can just bounce and he can find his own way out.
We don't know that. All
That's
we
true.
know is he disappeared into the church. We don't know if he's successful or not.
Also,
As far as we know, he's been captured by the Eulogists.
Isn't
his
it-
lie good
isn't-
charisma buff just went away.
Isn't it? Don't Year and Arcturus have the Rocky Talkies?
Yes, we'll have to wait for Arcturus's turn to find out. Yeah, no, Daphne's gonna run back and just we should have agreed on a signal or something, huh?
I think
guess,
this is the signal.
Yeah.
What do you?
They're onto us.
I
Cheese
can-
it.
I was about to say, I can imagine the church is about to be getting a message about a brawl in the town square?
Yeah, Daphne's just going to scream, "They're onto us. Cheese it."
The partygoers start to panic.
God damn it, Daphne.
Classic. The cops are here at the end of a teen party movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
And that's well, yeah, I'm gonna save that for. Yeah. Okay. Yep, that's gonna be my turn.
all right. After Daphne is the Eulogists. Oh. Let's see here. We are going to. Yeah, I like that idea. We are going to drop a silence.
Easiest way to fucking ruin this party, silence the band.
The band, the wizard, the cleric. How big is silence? 20-foot radius sphere. 40 feet across. Oh, that dropped as a. God damn it. God damn it. Better. Oh, we are going to drop this silence right on top of pretty much all you guys.
Silence only applies when you're in the zone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Also not the right size.
So if Daphne's concentrating, would that mean that she's in the zone?
No, I mean, she is concentrating, but this doesn't like end her concentration.
It doesn't turn off concentration. Why would it?
That's in Baldur's Gate it does.
'Cause
No,
she's
he's in the zone,
in the
focusing.
zone,
he
man.
was making a joke.
Yeah, we're gonna drop a silence, and that's what I do with my turn. Which I didn't log how many spell slots I have. 4, 3. And silence is at level 1, second level. Okay. That guy done. Next dude, that hurt. That hurt quite good. Spiritual weapon can't take opportunity attacks, right?
No, it can't.
Good.
It'd be pretty fucking busted if it could.
Yes, it would. Whoops. Sorry. I was in the wrong mode. We are going to go over here, and we're gonna real quick do a quick heal on ourselves. Ooh, that's a good heal. Aberforth, it is your turn. The band stopped playing, or at least it just looks like they're pretending to play now.
Ah. If Forth pulls out his bow and attempts to yell, "Have at thee," and is very visibly put out when no sound issues forth. And then he is going to shoot at one of the scribes with his short bow. You.
Hey, that hits.
Hooray! No sneak attack, though. Huzzah!
Ooh, that hurt him.
And, then we are...
Oh, I gotta roll concentration. Oh, we're good.
Alright. And then... we are going to... I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3... And... is this out of the silence or in it? It's very faint on my map.
That's just out of it.
Okay. Then we will stop there for the turn, so that I have sound again.
Hey, you can hear. After Aberforth are the initiates. We're going to start waking each other up. Hey, you snap out of it. See, we're going to be able to wake those two up. And since they all act on the same initiative, that's all they get to do.
I was hoping it was gonna be like a line effect where one slaps the dude next to him, and then he just slaps the next dude next to him, and then keeps slapping.
Yeah, if it worked like that, that'd be cool, but
Three Stooges shit, just bap, 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 bap.
round go. Arcturus, it's your turn.
Where on the map would I be coming from?
I put you on the southwest entrance. It's the closest one to the chapel. These guys did like a little flank.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought the chapel was to our north, but I see where I am.
These guys wanted to do a little flank because they want to get in behind the band. They could just like really shut the party down fast if they had to. What's Arcturus doing?
Arcturus is trying to decide if he's running. I mean, I'm not the most tactically minded individual. I don't know how big the block is, so I don't know that I'd try to run around the block and come up behind him. There's this eulogist scribe up there in the corner.
Yep. The you guys picked a pretty closed off area to do the party in because like you want it to be easily defensible. Also, it just feels cooler to the music sounds better with a lot of walls to bounce it off of. It makes a small band sound louder. But they had to take like a somewhat narrow path to get to where they are now, and there was no way that you were going to be able to follow them without getting caught. Go Arcturus!
I aggressively move forward. And then since javelins kind of suck as far as range goes, I move forward again.
You good?
Hang on. Oh, yeah. And now I'm going to go ahead and throw my javelin at Eulogist Scribe.
You know, ooh,
Not sure why I have Oh, right, never mind. I know why I have it because it's disadvantage.
at long range.
Cool. My crit miss. My critical miss misses.
Doofed. Is the end of Arcturus' turn, or you're gonna check the second one because you have extra attack now, don't you?
I do have extra attack.
Don't know why I didn't give you disadvantage on that one.
Oh, it sure did.
Oh,
It
you're
did.
I
you're
He
being
dropped an
reckless.
I
18.
dropped my 18.
Oh, I just didn't see the second dice roll. Yeah, no, that definitely hits. Ow! I just healed that. Is that it? Is that it for Arcturus?
Yeah, that's all I can do here.
Okie dokie. You feel suddenly less charismatic. William, it is very quiet.
Huh. That's new.
I'm so used to the air being filled with the sound of my own voice.
By the way,
Also Daphne's drunken slurring. Well, thankfully I don't actually have to cast to do this. That scribe is getting a stab.
Uh-oh. Ooh,
18.
yeah, that hits.
Ooh, max damage.
A poor scribe. Hey, I save on my con.
Bastard. Um. So is directly to the south of Arcturus outside of the silence?
You're pretty much smack dab in the middle of it. But yeah, that square to the south of him is outside.
Cool.
Hey, you can hear again.
Yeah. And then Will's gonna pull out some quills and start throwing them.
Uh-oh. Magic missile me, bro.
We're gonna target that guy. Oh, he's dead.
He wasn't dead, but the second one does it.
No, no, no. I was about to say the first one looked like it killed him.
It would
Oh,
have were he not a eulogist.
oh, cool.
The second one definitely kills him.
Oh, okay. Well then,
I swear to God, you guys make me do more intakes. I will find you and kill you myself.
Uh,
They, they can bring him back.
His body erupts in red flame.
well, if they didn't if they didn't know what was going on before, they certainly do now.
Yep.
Maybe he just tripped out in the Ghost Bloc.
Could you imagine that? You're just walking along, you trip, land wrong, and suddenly your body erupts into red flames.
Hate it when that happens.
Man, it sucks being a minion.
That's it for Will.
All right, after Will is Daphne, who just watched William murder a dude for being a priest.
They said our options were leave or become part of the Ghost Bloc. They were going to kill us.
Yeah. And what have we done except blaspheme against their very core beliefs?
What have we done to make them angry? Don't actually answer that question.
What have you done except potentially put the entire city at risk with a fucking party?
Woo!
Hey, Daphne can hear.
At risk? I mean, at risk of what?
It's not like the ghosts can get out of the Ghost Bloc, can they?
I guess we'll find out.
We don't
Well,
know.
Well, so like as a player, I know we sent Havel in here once, and then he couldn't leave. We had to make a deal with the broker to get his soul back.
So it wasn't that he couldn't leave, just the idea of leaving didn't occur to him.
Ah, okay.
Because he became a resident of the Ghost Bloc. Now, say a group of people came in with a bunch of outsiders and started, I don't know, spreading
Throwing a
ideas,
party by chance.
throwing a party, explicitly telling them that there is a world outside of the Ghost Bloc for them to go hang out in.
Okay. Did I
Well,
get everyone?
really, this all could have been avoided if Eric didn't, want to steal all the spirits out of the Slomat tribe-lands. So really, this is all Eric's fault.
All right, you end hypnotic
Yeah, they
pattern
started
and
this.
bless the crap out of everybody. Cool.
Yes. I wasn't expecting to get another useful round because they already have more awake people than they do.
So hit him with hypnotic pattern again.
I don't have any more third level spell slots. So I'm gonna do that, and that's good. Wait, that's 65. Nope. Yep, that's gonna be my turn because I don't want to get closer.
All right. This scribe, just like screams, "You blasphemers! You murderers!" And I'm going to run down here,
Hey man, we just wanted to throw a party.
Yeah.
and we're going to throw. I guess we're just going to try and chill touch Daphne. Or no, I guess Will. Will's the one that cast the murder spell.
Is the silence gone, or is this the dude who cast it?
The silence is gone.
Okay.
Boom, silence is gone. And William, I'm going to chill touch you.
I'd rather you didn't.
Oh, it rolled twice. 8 misses. Aberforth, it is your go.
All right. Well, I mean, the bow plan seemed to work so well with the other guy. Hiya!
Yeah, it worked even better.
Hooray! Have some damage.
Ouch.
And unfortunately, I do not have extra attack because I am a rogue.
Sucks to
So
suck.
I shall hold position.
So if you stay still on your turn, you can take the aim action and get advantage, and then sneak attack.
Well, I didn't do that, but now I know. Thank you.
All right. Right. One. I have Aberforth still selected. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 6. 6.
Look, the Eulogist brought refreshments. Bringing a bunch of minions to a party full of vampires, you fools.
The vampires are booking it. Most of these guys have masters who are not going to be too happy to have to clean up this mess.
That is fair.
Arcturus. A field of wheat for you to scythe.
And now I
Arcturus
want.
steps forward, rolls up his non-existent sleeves a little bit, grasps his axe-shaped scythe with intent.
I'm pretty sure you are wearing a shirt, actually. I think they kind of forced
maybe
you
you're
into
right.
a shirt.
I think I've ripped it off just a moment ago.
I can't
I
fight
So-
you.
will actually.
I can't fight
Now-
you this constriction.
Now I need-
he just
now I need
flexed
a-
and it burst off.
Now I need a picture. Now I need a picture of that meme of it ain't much, but it's honest work. But it's Arcturus with his axe on his shoulder and just a fucking field of dead initiates in front of him.
Yeah, that's what happens. Also, that happens.
So, just to be clear, we rip off the shirt and then they see the Eulogist symbol hanging around your neck, keeping you alive in the Ghost Bloc.
I'm,
Arcturus, quick, proclaim to be their god.
They'll be seeing God soon enough.
Look, we don't have a ladder and a clipboard. We have to go back to the other old reliable.
Say hello to my not so little friend.
Oh no.
And this axe is really large, by the way, just in case anybody wondering about its size. This thing,
Swinging a metal pizza paddle.
yeah, kind of. If you turn this thing on its side, the blade one point down to the ground, the other point up in the air, it comes to about on Arcturus at his 7.5-ish feet. It comes to about his mid thigh, upper thigh region. This is
Like 2.5 feet.
it's like 3.5 feet.
3.5 feet. That's like
It's like
that's
it's like 3 feet. We'll call it 3 feet.
that's like 150 pounds of metal.
But
It's working on anime physics. Shut up.
this is anime physics, exactly.
The grooves are
Arcturus
pretty deep.
Arcturus grows a crown of spiky blonde hair.
Actually, I didn't rip the shirt off. The shirt ripped itself off as the glowing white nimbus appears around me.
Yep.
I yelled for 30 minutes first, though.
What do you think he was doing outside the party?
All right.
Pick a victim, roll to hit. That'll hit.
So I assume a 26 hits. Yeah.
So go ahead and do damage. Three.
Womp womp.
How come you
It
only
is
did-
non-lethal. I will go ahead and clarify that. It is non-lethal damage.
How did you
I'm angry,
only
but
do
I'm not that angry.
Where's the rest of your damage?
It's 3 plus strength, which is 7, plus rage, which is 2, so 9.
Yeah, why'd you only roll a 3 though?
I rolled a 3
And then
because
nothing
I rolled a
else?
3 because and then it adds 6 more, so it equals 9, and that's what it shows on my screen. So I don't know what you're seeing, but I rolled 9 damage.
Oh, I just have
by
like this
rolling a
overkill
3.
effect here. That's weird. Okay, I see what that is. So you can kill up to 3 other eulogists, but there's only like 2.
Right. Does the cleave effect allow me to do non-lethals to the rest of them?
No, you can't cleave if you're doing non-lethal. Because you're just like slashing through dudes.
It could be turning the axe flat side and literally bowling them off their feet.
Yeah, but then like it would definitely stop at the first dude if you're doing that.
See my previous statement about 3 stooges lining up in a row. Pat, pat, pat.
Yeah, but this guy has a 3-foot wide axe.
Okay. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
We have established the surface area of the axe.
Sorry, Eulogists, the god of your universe. No, not that one. The other one. The spooky voice in the sky?
I wouldn't
He's
worry
dictated that you die today.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. They don't go down.
Well, whack,
They,
whack, whack. I take out 3 of them.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
they
they're
and
still
they all
standing
have
there.
they have the
They all-
same ambulance we do, so
They
they
all
all
have-
pop and come back up at 1.
Yep.
Second attack. That hits.
Does the 19 hit?
Mhm.
Yeah, a little bit lower damage.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He explodes in red fire.
1. Excellent. Yes. He falls to a heap.
In red fire.
Oh, so non-lethal damage doesn't do anything.
He was knocked unconscious a second time without his amulet, and the
Excellent.
Ghost Bloc consumes him.
Then that's done.
Are you cleaving through him?
Yep.
Yeah, the problem is as soon as the amulets get popped, the Ghost Block goes, "Oh, look, a living creature," and proceeds to eat them.
It doesn't worry. It doesn't eat the Eulogists as long as their amulets are intact. So if you're a Eulogist, the amulet doesn't shatter, and it still kind of gives you some kind of protection. If you are not a Eulogist, it shatters, and you are fucked. The Eulogist just needs to recharge. If you guys just
Yep.
Ah, okay.
does a one-off and then shatters, and you're screwed.
Well, I have cloven.
Yes, and they are a great boat. Trying to figure out which ones are which.
With what you said at the beginning of Arcturus' turn, I want you to make a farmer subclass for Ranger now.
I can roll some extra damage if you want me to.
I got it.
He would have a favored crop instead of a favored enemy. Preferred farmland instead of preferred terrain.
That's it for Arcturus. Took 2
Weapon
swipes, but you got
proficiency.
him.
And
On by
step
target,
forward.
sir.
Instead of
William.
an animal companion, you get a truck.
No, you get a deer. Its name is John. William, what are you doing?
Well, first off, gonna use my bonus action to go right there.
Oh no.
And this Eulogist is getting stabbed again.
Please don't.
I kind of do.
That hits. She has 1 hit point.
Are you sure about that? I think she has 0 hit points.
Yeah, you're right.
So, okay. So the initiates here are minions, yeah?
Mhm.
So for magic missile, would I be able to pop the 2 that Arcturus popped their ambulance on, or do I still have to do like their?
Arcturus killed the 2 that he popped their amulets.
Oh, okay.
I killed the 3. They're gone. They're dead.
And since magic missile doesn't have a pass-fail check associated with it, you'd have to do enough damage to deplete their hit points to kill them with magic missile.
Okay. That was what I was going to follow up with. Was I know it says you have to deplete their hit points to kill them with that. Would that be with 1 dart, or if I hit them with all 3 and it adds up to that, would that pop them?
I would let you roll multiple darts as 1 roll.
Okay.
For that purpose. So if you want to check 2 darts at a dude,
Yeah.
I'd be willing to say that damage is simultaneous.
Okay.
I thought technically they had hit points for things like this, and if that hit points was
They do.
depleted in a turn, I thought it was in a turn.
No, it's in a single attack. Usually an attack has a pass-fail check, and like that's what all minions care about. But magic missiles are in like this weird nebulous middle realm, where like it can't pass-fail, but it does damage.
I'm assuming rules wise this would be I'm hitting them with an AoE attack, and then we're checking to see if the damage would actually kill them.
Well, AoE So if they would be hit with an AoE attack, they would just die. Like any minion that fails a saving throw against Fireball, fucking dies. It's for like the save half effect. That's what checks their hit point.
Okay.
But since this has no pass fail check, but it still deals damage, you got to check their hit points. And I'm willing to let multiple missiles on the same target count as one damage roll.
Okay. So the 3 around Arcturus are dead, yeah?
If it's not on the map, it's dead.
Okay.
I am standing on those corpses.
Yeah,
The other
he-
ones.
Oh, okay.
He killed them and
Oh,
moved
okay,
forward.
okay, okay. Well, let's thin out the back a little bit. Oh, sorry, that should have been 2.
5 is not enough to kill him. Still stands.
Oh, okay.
Is that it for William?
That is it for William. And I mean, I had those 2 darts anyway, so I had
Yeah.
to use them.
They had to go somewhere. Daphne, what are you up to?
Cowering. No. Um, okay, that one's in range. Let's see how they respond to necromantic energy. This is going to be interesting.
Oh boy.
It is a wisdom save, so that's not great. Oh, I accidentally hit it twice.
He failed both times.
Okie doke.
Are
So
you
that's a
doing
D.
Toll the Dead?
Yeah. Doesn't really matter what I roll.
No, it really doesn't. You roll a different damage type though. I did kind of steal these.
Oh, um,
Oh, never mind. I found him. Yeah. No, he. I mean, he's still up because he has the amulet.
right.
Definitely popped
Yep.
his amulet.
All right, that's fine. That's going to be my turn.
All right. After Daphne is Mr. Aberforth.
Mr. Aberforth will bravely advance now that a lot of them are dead.
Half of them are dead. I can be brave now.
4, 5. And we will bonk
Bonk.
because he can finally scream, Adventure!
You hit. Thank you, bless.
Hooray! Have some regular damage.
There's one. Still up.
Hooray! Then, I want to stop targeting him. And instead, no, wait, these are minions. I should continue targeting him and just kill one.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better to thin their numbers.
I wanted to set up Arcturus for a better cleave with some of them already popped. Oh!
You
Christmas
critically
does
hit the
come early.
minion.
Hooray! I still get to roll the big damage, alright? That's all
Yep.
I want.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
And then
That-
an amulet pops and he lives.
That
Oh wait, no.
that guy never existed. Anyone who ever had connections with that man, anyone who ever had memories of him, they're gone.
Just years being accosted by that boy again. We have one in the intake. Wait, no, we don't?
All right. After
Okay.
after Aberforth, or these dudes. They're still like, we outnumber you. We can probably still handle this.
His mother's looking at a snapshot that once held that once had 3 children, but the one on the left is now like there's an empty spot on the left, and she's like,
It just
"Huh?
fades away.
Wasn't there something there?"
Just fades away, Back to the Future style. Arcturus, you're about to get attacked with 5 dudes. So this is +9.
He's at intake. Any notable events? Look to the kid. He's just screaming.
Ah!
Daphne, we're getting
We'll see
regretting
eventually.
running away from the front now. Arcturus has taken 5 dudes at once.
Uh, 13 misses. Damn. Arcturus manages to fend off these dudes. And then it's his turn.
So it's gonna be like that. He turns the axe once again. He looks around at all 5 initiates standing in front of him. It's not too late to leave. Actually, yeah, it is too late to leave.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, okay.
That's a pretty good hit.
12 damage.
All right, you got 6 hit points worth of murder left. So you
Uh,
definitely kill 2 of them because they already had their things popped.
Okay, yeah. Whack, whack.
And you've got 3 of them still standing, but they have their amulets popped.
Okay.
I like this. They auto calc the overkill damage on the minions now. Good update.
Nice. Smoother bookkeeping's always better.
Yes, that hits. Oh, and you have just enough to overkill the other 2.
But I don't have any cleaves left unless you're going to give me unlimited cleaves.
I never said it was once per turn.
I have 3 great cleaves. It's I can do it as many times as I have per proficiency bonus.
This is just
Combat.
how minions work.
Oh. Oh. Well, then I've been using my cleaves for this. I'm going to get rid of them.
But no, that's just how minions work with melee weapons.
Oh, I was not aware of that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so that you can actually kill a bunch of them instead of going, "Yep, that's 27 damage on one guy."
Nope, you just subtract the first
All right.
minion's full hit points from the total, and then you just kind of pop whoever's left for 1
So
damage each.
the axe, there's blood all over the place, of course. And the blood just the blood that's on the axe blade flows in toward the rivulets and down the handle of the blade, and it just soaks into the wood as it moves further up toward Arcturus' hand.
Each body that falls erupts in red flame, and leaves only behind like empty robes and like a small pile of cinders. The vampires have all gathered their shit and are desperately like tossing it into carts, trying to get the fuck out of here. The band has now stopped playing, having witnessed a dozen grisly murders. And nobody at the moment is interested in talking to you.
A dozen noble acts of self-defense. Thank
I
you.
I just want to point out that they witnessed murder. They eat people.
There's a difference. And they don't
They
murder people they eat. They're not monsters. They leave them alive.
Now, I for one would normally be all for looting the remains, especially when I don't have to actually move the remains, since they're just ashes. But maybe we should try to skedaddle, since these were the worshippers of a god who's hanging around the area.
I do want to. So you said earlier that the amulets shatter if they fall from us, but they don't shatter if they fall on these guys, right?
Yeah, no, you can grab some amulets if you want.
So we're gonna have backups.
I mean, they're
I'm gonna get a
inert.
handful.
They're
don't.
Yeah.
currently depleted. They have to recharge.
Yeah, they're depleted.
Ooh.
How do they recharge? Do we know that?
It sounds like a good thing to research.
That's
Can't hurt to
fair.
grab them.
I'm gonna grab a handful.
Okay.
Hooray,
You
looting!
get I believe there's 11 of them. You now have 11 depleted Eulogists amulets.
Um, so what's Year been up to?
What has Year been up to? Year,
Well,
uh, you eventually make your way to Eric Windcrawler's quarters.
cool.
You poke around the temple for a while. You eventually find some stairs up, and pretty much the whole of upstairs is just like rooms devoted to like studies. Um, they're kind of like bedrooms, but like it's clear that the eulogists aren't um uh either not permitted or at the very least not encouraged to sleep within these study rooms. They're more like just like doctors' offices.
Nice. I'm gonna rummage through that room.
You rummage through Eric Windcaller's room. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, thank
Ooh.
goodness. I was like, if there were ever a time to whiff a roll, this would be.
So you find a few disturbing items. One of which is a small effigy of what appears to be like a skull, but it's made of like other pieces of bone. It is a very realistic depiction of a skull, but they don't make skulls that small. So or at least like um it'd have to be like a very small infant's skull. But it
Oh,
appears to have been like crafted from other pieces of bone, kind of like cut to shape and then glued together to make a skull.
well, that going in the bag.
Um, and you find like another couple like weird death effigies of similar make, where like um they're pretty much like voodoo dolls, but made out of like body parts. So like they're all like leathery and they kind of have a stink to them
I,
a little bit.
I, I get it. He's Ed Gein. Let's move on. Anything else?
Aside from that, you don't really find any incriminating documents or anything. He doesn't like written down his plans where people can find them. There's no like lore books. From what you can tell, aside from like the few things that you found stashed in like a hidden compartment in that one drawer, you got a really good roll. Um, you don't really find anything else. It just looks like a rather well kept office for some eulogists.
Well, I'm taking what I can, and I'm gonna skedaddle. I guess if there's nothing else of note in here, really, unless there's like any other hidden compartments.
Nope, that's what your 20 investigation check got you, was that one hidden compartment in his desk with the weird memento moris. You gotta get out of here.
I am. I'm leaving.
As you're leaving, you do see the flame behind you in the large chamber as you're walking down to get out. Um, has grown to about twice its size, at least. And standing in the flame is at least a very realistic projection of Enmity Ghost Flame. And says he says out in a booming voice, "To arms, my eulogists! There is death in the Ghost Bloc."
Well, yeah.
I would
I
hope
thought that
so.
was the idea.
And that voice can be heard across the entirety of the Ghost Bloc. You guys at the party hear it as well.
Well, I'm gonna skedaddle.
Skip, skip, skiddly doo.
Time to make like a bakery truck and haul buns.
Does anybody know mending?
We've been over this? No.
So all we have are a bunch of. I'm assuming the robes that I'm standing on top of aren't Whole anymore.
No, they're mostly like charred scraps. I mean, they're still like mostly whole because the fire was very brief, but they are very clearly like they have like burn marks, and you guys thrashed them pretty good,
But I imagine more than a few of them are cut in half.
more or less.
9 of them, I think.
The robe equivalent of jorts.
So, yeah, we're
Yeah, no, you're hauling ass. You guys all hop in carts that the vampires have? Or are you gonna try and go on
yes.
foot?
Will they let us in?
Yeah, no, they're not picky about who's getting. They're not paying that much attention.
They saw what happened to the last group that said no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're
Why would they leave Percy?
you can hop in a cart if you want.
Yes.
Martel is not happy with Parsi. Uh, you totally harshed the vibe.
Well, whatever. I got my use out of him.
But I love that she harshed the vibe and it was Will that started that fight.
Whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa,
send a
whoa! No, they started that fight. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but
Daphne
you
was
escalated it.
per-
You guys escalated it.
Daphne was 100% willing to hash it out peacefully.
As the cart's like booking it through the district, Martell's just like, "What the hell, Parsi? You vouched for those guys."
Yeah, listen, I don't really know what to say.
Not cool, man.
Yeah, she's just like mentally writing this off as a burned bridge, just like this contact no longer of use.
Aw.
I
She pulls out
send
her contact book and it's just filled with a bunch of scribbles and she's like, I think that's him?
Yeah, just most of them are crossed out.
You guys book it out of the. Send a brief message to Year that you're leaving. Okay. Year, you get a message on your Rocky Talkie.
Oh yeah, I'm not even paying attention to it right now. I'm kind of preoccupied. I'm out of here.
All right. In the
Uh,
garden, you are stopped by like. Well, you're not necessarily like stopped, like they don't go stop you there, but you do run into like a large group of eulogists who are all
uh,
like battle strategying.
I'll,
They're not doing a good job. They're priests, not warriors.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, you guys check north, you guys go south. Try to close the gates. I don't care what you have to give the brokers.
they have a map sort of deal.
No, because it's just like a group of like 2 dozen of them standing in a circle in the courtyard. But
Uh, do I know which way is the closest gate?
um, for you, it'd probably be south.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the group south then.
Okay. You book it south. You guys, the vampires end up going north. Um, and you guys have a pretty good head start on the eulogists, so they don't really get to stop you. The broker kind of tries to stop you, but he's just a fucking ghost, so like there's really not much you
Yeah,
can do. You guys blow literally right through the dude. Um, and you actually get a brief
Yeah.
you get a brief glimpse of him just like kind of holding up his hands going, "Please stop. Stop." As he just like kind of floats through the cabin of the cab that you're in. Um, as you're booking right through the guy. And you get out of the Ghost Bloc.
nice.
Year. You're with the crew heading south. Do you want to give me a deception check or a stealth check to slip away?
That fucking 20.
Oh goddamn. What do you tell him?
I don't have to tell them a goddamn thing. I'm going with them south to check the gate.
Yeah. But like when you go to get through the gate, like they're not letting
Oh,
people.
You guys stay here. I'm gonna see if I can't catch them on the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the other side and make sure they haven't already gotten out or whatever.
Yeah.
They believe you. They're like, "Oh,
And,
good idea. We'll stay here, keep our numbers strong on this side of the gate."
I'll just waltz right out.
And he was never heard from again.
Yeah.
The eulogists in there are like, God damn, Slab gave his life trying to catch those guys.
They killed Slab. Those bastards killed Slab and 11 other men.
Man, they were really banking on no one just being physically able to get inside here, huh?
Yeah, they were. They're not ready for this kind of shit.
Well, and to their credit, what kind of mad psychopaths would want to actually go into the Ghost Bloc?
Couldn't be us. Yeah, so I assume we're gonna try to regroup at the shop.
Yeah, sure.
Do we want to call Light? Give him some more of the amulets as a paying him back? He gave us 5, we came back with 16.
I don't think he wants to have them because he seemed like it seemed like he was not wanting to hang on to them any more than he had to.
They're also very
Uh,
findable.
Yeah.
More for the lead box. Our adventuring motto is just the lead box is hungry.
It's yeah,
That's going in the box.
it's going in the box for sure.
It takes Zero a bit longer than you guys. I believe the route north is a lot quicker than the route south. I think south puts you in. Yeah, the route south puts you in the tribe lands, but there's no public transportation in tribe lands, so he has to walk back to Slow Mat.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you guys get there about the same time.
So when we all get together,
So you had to walk like 4 miles.
oh my goddess, wow. Okay. That went really well actually.
That was kind of invigorating.
Yeah.
We should throw more parties in the Ghost Bloc. Everybody stares at Aberforth.
Oh, Daphne is just like, oh, my spirit of Parswell was with us. Good lady. Okay, so year, what did you get?
I put the memento moris on the table.
Yeah. The fuck?
That's a little ghoulish.
That's quite literally all he had.
You didn't find any like documents or anything?
I mean, I did say I took whatever I could.
Yeah.
I'll plop what I could on the table. This is just generic stuff.
Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of like requisition forms,
Hmm.
just whatever random what's the word I'm looking for? Red tape,
Bureaucracy?
bureaucracy, yeah. Whatever random priestly bureaucracy shit that he'd be dealing with on a somewhat daily basis.
And these were in a locked drawer. Is that right?
The memento moris were, the documents were just kind of like in his desk or on the top and stuff.
That was in character, directed at year.
I say what he said.
Well, I guess if you took the trouble to lock them away, I mean that's something, right? Hey, Will, think you could break off a detect magic for us?
That would be great if I had detect magic.
Aren't you like a scholar? A scholar of magic?
Yes,
was a
and
scholar of the
yes, and my thesis was going to be on the tribes and the society of the Slow Mat.
He's an anthropologist.
Yeah.
Hey. Well, in that case, Daphne is going to make an Arcana check.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to like look these over.
Can I make a religion check
Sure,
That
to
you
see
would
if
be the
these?
better one to do that. Yeah.
go for it.
Well,
Daphne, you can tell that they're not. While they do look like totemistic, like they're very like built to be like totems of some kind, and they could probably be used in some kind of magical ritual. They are not themselves magic. William,
Hmm.
you recognize the faux skull as uh, indicative of like the symbol of Mayol. Like that's very much what the skull the skull effigy is used in, is like worship of Mayol.
Oh shit.
oh, that's not good.
Hmm. I. Hmm.
Huh. So our eulogist is possibly a cultist of Maol?
He's a double
It
cultist?
Seems more than possible here.
It also means that maybe the eulogists aren't in on his scheme.
yes.
What if Eric is just like William? What if he's just studying Mayol for a
He's trying
future?
to bridge the gap between two religions.
Oh right, because tolerant and open to new ideas is definitely the vibe I got from him.
No, he's already filled to the brim with new ideas, Daphne. There's only so much you can inundate some people with. Like the ghosts in the Ghost Bloc.
Okay.
You know, this would be some real pertinent information we could give to the eulogist if we hadn't just fucking butchered a dozen of them.
I mean, I maintain they started it.
Hey,
Also, I'm pretty sure none of the eulogists are actually looking for us specifically, because the ones who knew it was us are dead.
idea.
That's true. Yes.
Theoretically, the brokers would be against Mayol, right? Because they want the souls for the Ghost Block, not for Mayol to get them for whatever he does with them.
From what you can tell, the brokers can be bought
That
for
does seem to be their vibe. Yeah.
like they are very much for sale.
Hmm.
I mean, at least one of them is, if there is more than one of them, is working directly under Eric. So, at least in that respect. So, I mean, this still doesn't tell us, you know, really what he's doing or how to stop it or even where to find him.
Ooh. What if we go to the other church we've also kind of pissed off?
The
Because
Church of
Zazakiel
Zazakiel?
really doesn't like Mayol, right? And we have evidence that there is a plant in the other church working for Mayol.
So what's to stop them from jumping to the conclusion that the eulogists are just male cultists in a different robe?
Why do we care if they jump to that conclusion?
Why does it seem like our goal here is to start a holy war?
Because it
Even if,
kind of is, and that would solve our problem.
yeah,
The enemy of
the
my
problem
enemy.
is like they already don't like the eulogists.
Yeah, so fuck it.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, but
the problem here is if we send them after the eulogists, we're sending them after the wrong people.
yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, if Eric gets wind that his cover is blown,
She might if he
then
finds out his holy symbols are suddenly missing.
yeah,
And
then he for all we know, he could just like
clerics don't just. I mean, clerics often go weeks without looking at their holy symbol, so you might have some time.
yeah.
Isn't that right, William?
Okay, so what's
So what I'm hearing is that all we accomplished with this very risky scheme of ours was the deaths of a bunch of members of a church who probably didn't need to die because the church isn't really our enemies, and making Eric Windspeaker, if that is even his real name, immediately have reason to go to ground and ditch that identity.
In our defense, they wouldn't have died if they had just leaned off the aggression just a tiny bit.
What about the 5 dudes Light killed? Get you guys into the Ghost Bloc.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that was my
no, those.
choice. That's
Yeah,
fine. I'm
that's
only
on
talking
light.
about my employees.
That one's on Light.
look,
He was subcontracted. He's not an employee.
Exactly.
look, their whole vibe, their whole thing is like the inevitability of death or whatever.
He probably
And we
loved getting
proved it.
killed.
Yeah, it just means they get to like unify with their god sooner or whatever. Listen, when I die, I'm gonna go to Parspuella's realm.
Assuming you don't go to the Ghost Block. Or stay in the Tribelands.
I Daphne just gets really quiet as for the first time, having for the first time considered that possibility.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Don't worry,
death is weird
Daphne.
here.
Realistically, since
Daphne.
you don't have any like roots in the Tribelands, you'll probably go to the Ghost Block.
Don't worry, Daphne. Just do what I do. Try not to die.
We're gonna cut to the next week and it's like, has anyone seen Daphne? She hasn't shown up for work in a couple days, which is kind of normal, but I'm getting a little worried. And then we get a note that says, nope.
Unfortunately, I physically do not have that choice.
Oh, right.
I have no other recourse but to continue in whatever shenanigans my employer deems appropriate. Um,
The door flies open, and Martel storms in. He is very not happy. He's dressed in like he's got like his regular leathers on, um, and he pretty much makes his way right up to Daphne, and he starts shaking a red gloved hand in her face, and he goes, "You, Parsi, what the hell was all that?"
oh, that. Listen, you didn't see it, but they absolutely shot first. That was pure self-defense. I was doing my absolute damnedest to try to defuse that situation.
Yeah, when the special edition of this movie comes out, it'll be edited to show that we shot first.
Parsi, I've been to a lot of parties that went south. None of them went to shit as fast as that one did, and as violently as that one did. And I eat people.
Hey,
Okay, well,
look at it this way. You went to the literal worst party ever.
yeah. I mean,
Think
no.
about that experience.
Meat
Okay,
needs to be quiet. Parsi, explain yourself.
okay. I did not know that they were going to react like that. All right. I thought it would be a fun idea. I was wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things. I'm not, honestly, I'm not that big on theology.
Honestly, she is right about the being wrong. She showed up 6 hours late to work the other day because she thought she was in at 6 a. She thought she was in at noon. She was in at 6 a.m.
Yeah. See?
Meat,
Wait,
if
I
you are
was?
not quiet, I will remove your head from your body.
Hey, Martel, I understand you're upset, but please don't call my friends meat.
Parsley, we're done. I don't want to see you in Gloom Hollow again. There will be no mercy, no half measures, nothing. If I see you again, we are done.
Fine.
Bartel then turns and storms out of the building.
Okay. I don't know what reaction he was hoping for from me.
He was just giving you a warning to stay the fuck out of the Ghost Bloc.
Yeah, another part of the world of the great
The
multiverse that
Gloom
I'm
Hollow.
banned from.
Yeah.
This is completely par for the course for me.
Oh, great. Yeah, somewhere else I'm not allowed to go.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Just her or all of us?
Just
Percy and yeah.
her.
Ah, damn it.
I'll still give it to you. He was only wearing the one red glove.
Is he still around?
No, he stormed out.
Can I run out and catch him?
He's gone.
Okay.
He is gone.
Why only the one red glove?
Are we getting Ghost Bloc escapees?
Did that sound like Martel?
No, he didn't have the laid back accent, and he used some phrases that were not really phrases he likes to, he like you've heard him use before. And it's also like not really in his character to be so unforgiving.
Oh. Oh, that's what they were worried about. Hell.
What are you talking
Interest-
about?
Oh, I think we don't worry about it.
Well, hearing that phrase from Daphne has never caused me any grief. It's already out of my mind.
Daphne saying "Don't worry about it" is already like on the bingo card. I'm sure.
If it's not, it should be.
I am not worried about it.
Listen, it's Daphne's friend. She knows best.
Yeah, no, seems like she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, no. There's nothing to worry about.
This one time, Will. This one time, Will is going to take Daphne at her word because she stepped to his defense.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like really weird for Martel to just be calling people meat.
Oh yeah, that's a terrifying concept. Fenro's soul in the body of a vampire. Oh goodness.
No more half measures.
Well,
no more half measures.
Well, on the plus side, rematch. Meryl's still out there.
Vampire v vampire.
Oh my god, we can we're in the Tribelands. We can go get her.
That's another campaign's problem.
Yeah.
That's literally just set up for a future campaign. Martel is done with you guys.
Yeah. It's if we ever do sequel campaigns, do Wildfire 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Hey, I am totally down for like an Avengers of Bastion happening, and we just like bring back like Arcus and all those
that would be
guys.
lit.
Arcus and Snarn and
I would.
Yeah.
I know he got like ridden by the god of chaos, but I would 100% play Salazar again.
Oh yeah, we get like Odinar and Salazar and
Who is still alive and in Bastion?
I would love the chance to play Opportunity again. I fucking loved it.
Oh yeah, grab Opportunity.
Kirak's still in Bastion.
Yeah, Kirak's still around. Yelmont's still around.
I'm fairly sure every one of my characters is still around, minus minus Fenro, Borgaz, and Arcus is off being a sailor.
Arcus is
Salazar
off
is technically
sailing.
dead.
Salazar has been mantled.
Ashes is around.
Ashes is around. He's hanging out. Odinar is still brawling it out in
We
the.
we do still have to fight that Illithid Lich that Salazar, plane shifted away.
Oh yeah, no, that's out there. So is the Rexasha. Like, there's a whole lot of like high level threats still like out there that you guys kind of
We're just like,
push
fuck it,
down
it's
the
the
road.
next group's
Fighting.
problem.
Uh,
I think the only one of mine that's not available to come back is Enzo.
Didn't Ashana kind of fuck right off?
She
I
she
thought you
left,
guys
but
left
she
Bastion,
wasn't.
yeah.
I was about to say she wasn't around for the final confrontation, so I kind of just wrote it off as she saw the wildfire was exploding, so she grabbed Drellin and hopped on the first ship out of here.
I believe that's what he
Yeah.
wrote for her not her epitaph, her epilogue. Was
I don't remember exactly where she went, but yeah, she got out of there. She got couple of the instruments. She's trying to get the rest of them, but maybe she comes back later when she's a lot stronger.
I mean, who's to say they're all on Bastion? They could be other places too. There's a lot of places to look for them. They're not unique. Probably just easy. Bastion was a good bet to find them because like a lot of stuff goes through Bastion, but they're not unique items. So you could find other versions of them on other planes that aren't full of horrible criminal people that tear each other apart at the first opportunity.
Right. Well,
Anyway.
with the exception of I think isn't the Olim harp that's the legendary one.
It might be. But even then, like legendary items aren't unique. Artifacts are unique, but legendary aren't. They're just legendary. Anyways, what are you guys doing next?
Yeah. Assuming we get any more.
We've hit the part of the session where you guys are making up shit now. So,
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing next?
How much do we collectively know about Mail?
Will didn't get a great religion check, so I'm gonna say your knows a decent amount. So you know mostly like surface level stuff, like they're kind of like the boogeymen. Um, they like to like kidnap people and then like ship them off world to their evil gods to dissect. Um, you know like every so often like the authorities will root out a cult like a cell. Um, but for the most part, you're aware that like worship of male is something that's like done in secret. It's not something you wear on your vest like you would like Zazakiel or the Eulogists. Um, and it's not even like something that's like tacitly acceptable like Kansi. It's just straight up very secretive. And when you do hear about like cultists, it's usually like headline news, like cult of Mayol rooted out in Refugio or some shit.
Yeah. It's like when a local like Zumba class turns out to be a front for something.
That's every Zumba class, but yeah. It's like if you found out like the local Zumba class or like the local Girl Scout troop or whatever was secretly kidnapping people and then like ritualistically murdering them. That happens about like once or twice a year. They find one of these cells and very publicly known because it's a big deal when they find out.
So we don't necessarily know what ma- we don't necessarily we know they want bodies, but what does Mail want with, I guess, souls?
I mean, you know he's a lich. Liches eat souls.
Is that all it is?
Who knows?
He's just he's just noshing the souls.
He's just hungry. He's just looking for a snack.
I
Just
mean,
the ones
that's
in the tribe lands are like popcorn.
I think we're reaching the end of what we can do on our own.
I thought we had reached that a while ago. What with the amount of help we've been getting?
No, I mean, I thought that too, but we just kept pulling off surprisingly successful runs. But no,
Well, the question here is, who do we turn this into? Because everybody was against my holy war suggestion.
well, we gotta turn it into the leaders here in the tribe-lands. Nobody else cares.
I thought everybody cared about the Mayol thing. That's why it was in the paper.
Nobody else cares specifically about Mayol stealing the souls of the ancestors.
Yeah, they won't give two shits in like the Janarthi district. What the hell's happening in Slomat?
So we just gonna try to go around and convince them, be like, hey, we found this stuff. We promise it's from Mayol, and we also promise it's from Eric Windspeaker. Like, what's our plan for winning over the elders and not having them just go, sounds like you guys might be the cultists.
You know who would have cultists and Mayol shit? Cultists of Mayol. Arrest them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Um,
I don't think the tribes of the tribelands are really arresty people.
No.
Seem more like
Trial by
trial
combat.
by
even.
combat.
Yep. It's in the book too.
Which, I mean, not a terrible idea.
Uh,
uh, I mean, I have an ancestral spirit that apparently follows me around and occasionally takes control of me. Would his word mean anything?
um, it could go either way because, like, on one hand, cool, you have an ancestor spirit. On the other hand, this dude's conjuring the dead and has holy symbols of the cult of Mayol.
Hmm.
Fair point.
Think we could get them to just zone of truth us?
I mean, I can zone of truth this.
Yes, but it's kind of difficult to take the word of somebody under a zone of truth when the zone of truth was cast by somebody who is in their best interest for that person to be telling the truth. You'd be the one who'd know if we'd failed the saves, and you could lie.
Heck, you could just cast an illusion of the zone of truth. It doesn't even have to be the.
Yes, but if we get the Tribelands people to cast the zone of truth on us, they will believe their own zone of truth.
Okay. So, who do we turn to that has that kind of magic and has the strings to pull to give us more resources to put a stop to this?
Well, I don't know personally, but I do know some old man who's constantly smoking around here is generally pretty aware of who we need to go run into. We gonna try seeing our normal Tribelands contact, the old stoner at the end of the road?
I mean, we can try. I don't think it's going to be much help. He doesn't really seem. I mean, Goothrock's cool as shit. Don't get me wrong, but he's not like well connected, you know?
We don't need well connected. We just need someone who's lived here long enough so we could go, hey, we have big news we want to bring to someone important. Who would you recommend?
Fair. Yeah, let's go see Goothrock.
Let's go ask the DM what to do next.
Hey, we
mean-
have a plan.
Well, the problem is like most of our ideas involve, several significant holy orders going to war.
that tends to be what happens around 5th and 6th level. Um, so you guys,
Look, man, we just want to run a knick-knack shop.
My my
Maybe you do.
my father is the leader of the Riptusk clan here.
Oh, cool. I mean, that's something, right?
Hoping so.
it's something.
How
I mean,
how
My
does that
thoughts were
help?
that
How does that help us in this situation?
well, he I don't know, Zach. Are you willing to let me spend my
He knows a
Spotlight
guy
on
that
that?
he knows a guy that knows a guy. I mean, the Rip Tusk clan aren't like incredibly influential, but he can get you the next tier up. Um, he'd be slightly better than Guthrak. Like Guthrak could just like tell you the names of people, but Arcturus actually knows a guy.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go meet Arcturus's dad.
Where's the Rip Tusk clan make their stay this time of year? I imagine they're one of the more nomadic tribes, not ones that are in like slow mat. Are they more to the south in the jungle, or are they more to the north in the savannah?
More in the savannah.
The savannah, all right. So you're up in like close to Knoll territory.
Why don't we get a long rest in just in case? Yeah.
Go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
See, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good, but sure.
I would just like to have my spell slots back. One more hit die, and we're good. All right. We're off to see your dad.
I'm just realizing I turned Fenro into Dio. So you guys head north, and Arcturus knows where the Reptus clan is making their camp this time of year. It takes you, I'm gonna say about 6 hours of walking to get to that part of the district. And when you get there, it's a smallish village. It's mostly made of like temporary structures. And there is easily like I want to say like 500 orcs altogether making up this clan that have erected this temporary structure. Um, like they do have things like there's like a palisade wall they've made from felled trees. Uh, Inside the palisade is like several um long huts made from like a few felled logs and some leathers. And Arcturus leads you guys right up to like the main lodge where his father would be. There's a man sitting outside. He's got a spear, like he's keeping watch, and he sees Arcturus and he goes, "Oh, Arcturus, back from your studies.
Yes, of the sorts.
So you've brought allies. Good. Allies mean strength. You here to see your father?
Yes. I bring news.
Great."
Not great, heck.
He kind of leans over and lifts up the fur that was covering the doorway. He just finished conversing with the war shaman. I believe he is free.
Um, is there a have I been in the tribe lands long enough at this point to uh know what the kind of appropriate gesture would be?
Uh, sure. It's usually just like a closed fist on the chest, just like a
Look at one of those.
yeah, just one of those. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Um.
just head inside.
Okay. Yeah. You guys go in. The lodge is decked out in like furs to keep the cold out, and like trophies all over the place. Uh, Sitting in a throne of sorts, it's mostly made of like antlers and bone, is a hulking orc of a man, just covered head and toe in battle scars. Um, uh, and he's got like a very large axe. It looks similar to the one Arcturus has, but it's not quite as ornate. and is kind of like leaning on the throne next to him, and he's doing pretty much that sitting in the Jarl's throne pose from Skyrim.
Hmm.
And you guys, his eyes kind of perk up from the floor when he sees Arcturus walk in. Hello, son.
Father,
What
I
brings
know
you
I
home?
was not to return until I had brought honor to our family.
What brings
I-
you here then?
A chance for honor? And
He holds out his hand to you, like he's expecting you to hand him something.
I hand the axe over so he can take a look at it.
He inspects it briefly. Goes, you have bloodied the axe.
Not only have I blooded the axe, Father, he speaks.
You have done your family proud. You honor your family's name, the spirit of your brother. What news do you have?
Here's where the story's going to take a long turn, so I'm going to abbreviate the happenings for the past several weeks, months that have been occurring, describing how we learned about Eric Windspeaker and our journey to um, attempt to find more information about him and what's happening to souls and what we discovered most recently going into the Ghost Bloc. And so we have reason to believe that there is a presence, an entity somewhere within the Ghost Bloc or within their ranks that actually represents the interests of the cult of Mayol. What nefarious purposes they intend, we know not.
He's quiet for a few seconds. Arcturus, your father's father's father fought. Keep the mind flayers out of this district. I did not think I would ever have the opportunity to wade in battle as such as he did. This new invasion, more insidious, more cruel than anything the mind flayers could have done to the tribes. We are at war. Whatever tribe this wind speaker holds allegiance to shall be wiped clean from Bastion. What age do you need?
Daphne, as soon as it seemed like he was finished, Daphne was just like, "Woo, yeah, well, oh."
Keep in mind, Rip Tusk only commands like maybe 100 sturdy warriors right now. So like, you got a war chest you got to build first.
The exuberant one. It is good to have her with us, just to let you know.
The quality of your allies is not in question. Continue.
What we need now are allies. Of course, I know that Clan Riptusk will stand tall beside me, as I shall stand tall beside you. But we cannot face this alone, I fear. I revel in the chance to bring honor to our entire clan. But we as a people must fight this. Your connections will help.
The patriarch leans over and he grabs a very ornate hand axe that he had behind his throne, and he hands it to you. Let's present that to Zurul. He will know you speak for me.
Nice.
Thank you, Father.
Go with the bravery of the bear, Arcturus. Do not let our foes win.
I grasp him by the typical forearm,
Oh yeah,
you know,
he grabs
bro
you
thing.
heartily by the forearm. Yeah.
The matriarch. Is she well?
She as well as can be expected.
Good. Then we shall return to our goals. And I grasp the hand axe to present to, what do you guys say? What do you say the guy's name?
Zurl.
Zurol.
He's the
And
leader of Tribe Slowmap.
yeah, and I lash it to my belt, and then I grasp Ursa and sling it over my back.
Sick.
May your blade find blood, Father.
And may yours too. Alec! Fetch the war shaman. I must speak with them again. We prepare for battle. Yes, my lord. And the orc that was at the door runs off to go get the war shaman again.
Cool.
And I think we can end it there.
Yeah.
Oh
We'll
god,
rest here for
Empire
the
building
evening.
again.
Return to Slomat.
Yep.
Whatever the name of the city is. Damn it.
It's Slowmap.
Yeah, we'll return to Slomat in the morning.
Oh no, we gotta camp in the place with all the buff soldier guys.
We'll
There
end
are
it,
a lot of buff soldier guys roaming around here.
we'll end it there for the
Da-
week. I will catch
Daphne,
you guys
down, girl.
later. Right, we'll end
Good
it there.
night,
I'll
everybody.
catch you guys later. Level
Yeah,
6.
good session, guys.
Yeah, level 6.
Level 6.
Level 6.
Yeah.
Survive the tribe lands. Survive the Ghost Bloc level 6.